Hello everyone! So in today's video I am doing another Dollar Tree DIY for Christmas. These are just some fun things that I threw together, some things that I had laying around that I wanted to repurpose, and some other things that I had picked up from Walmart and the Dollar Tree that I really wanted to do some fun DIYs with. I absolutely love the way that these turned out and I hope that you guys do as well. If you guys are new here, hey, my name's Liz. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and also ring your guys' notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. I love everything DIY and home decor. It has been a huge passion of mine for about a year now, and I could not be happier with the way things are turning out. I actually can decorate my home on a budget and without spending so much money at Hobby Lobby or other home decor stores. I'm so excited to be able to just turn some things that you can get for $1 into something absolutely gorgeous looking and high-end, and that has been what I have been doing here on this channel. So if you guys like DIYs or home decor slash crafting organization, definitely stick around and let's go ahead and jump right into the projects. So for this first project, I am taking this canvas frame that I've had for quite a while. It was a canvas that came from Ross with a cute little saying on it, and I've had it for several years now, and it was just sitting in my closet collecting dust. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to repurpose this and make it into a cute sign. So I am just taking my Waverly wax in antique, and I'm just going to cover the entire thing in that color. And then after I was done with that, I took this Peace on Earth little sign that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to paint the majority of it in my white Waverly chalk paint. I'm going to leave the word on blank so that I can paint that with my Waverly wax and antique. I just loved giving it that kind of two-tone look, kind of separates the words a little bit, so I really like the way that this turned out. And then after I was done painting it, I did go through and distress it a little bit. So where the peace and earth words are, I used my Waverly wax in antique to give it a little bit of distressing, just to kind of make it so that the words popped out a little bit more so you could see them a little bit clearer. And then with the word on, I used my white chalk paint to distress around the edges of those. So you can see what I'm doing. I'm basically just doing a dry brush technique onto the words where all the edges are, like I said, just to make it stand out a little bit. And I really loved the effect that it gave it. And then I did take my white chalk paint and kind of distress around the edges of the frame as well. I mostly just focused on the edges themselves, but I did go onto the surface area of the frame as well, just a little bit, just to give it kind of a distressed looking frame. And then I'm going to take this scrapbook paper that I got from Hobby Lobby. I got this in a pack of Christmas paper from there, and I am just taking two pieces and taping them together just because they were not big enough to fit my frame all for just one piece of paper. So I'm just going to trace out the frame, and then I'm going to cut my paper out. Now this thing is absolutely awesome. I'm cutting canvas right here to put on the back of my sign, and it cut this no problem. I'll have it linked down below in my description box, but I'm just going to hot glue the paper to the back of the frame And then after I'm done with that, like I said, I took that canvas that I had left over from other canvases that I took the actual canvas off the frame, and I cut those down, and I am going to cover the back with it just to make the back a little bit more sturdy. Now you could use poster board, but in my case, I am horrible at trying to cut out poster board to the correct size, and it was driving me nuts that it wasn't perfectly inside there with the poster board, so I decided to do it this way instead. So I'm just taking that canvas and I am hot gluing it around, and I did need to use 2 little canvas pieces to cover the entire back, and I feel like this gives it a lot nicer of a finished look on the back too, so this worked perfectly. And then after I'm done going ahead and hot gluing it around, I do use a stapler to go around, and I basically just felt where the previous staples had been and tried not to staple right there. So just to make it a little bit more secure, I did use my staple to get this paper and canvas all nice and stuck down there. And then after that, I used my hot glue to put the Peace on Earth sign on there. I'm already loving how it turned out, but I felt like it needed a little bit more, so I took these picks that I got from Walmart. They were 98 cents each, and I'm just hot gluing them right to the top. And then after that, I'm going to take some buffalo check ribbon that I got from, I believe, Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to tie a bow with it. So I'm going to do 2 loops, one smaller and one bigger, for my bow pieces, and then I will cut some tails off for it, so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. You're probably going to be better watching it than listening to how I explain it, because I'm probably not explaining it very well. But I'm going to bunch those all together and then take some twine and tie a knot in the back. I kind of fluff it up and get it how I want it, and then I'm going to take that twine and wrap it around the middle to give it a cute little twine middle, basically. And I thought this turned out really cute. I'm going to ducktail the ends and hot glue this right to the middle between those 2 picks. So for this next project, I took this autumn little words that I got from the Target dollar spot during the fall season. And I thought this would be so fun to turn it into a double-sided word sign. And I am going to paint it in the Waverly chalk paint in lacquer. So I just paint 5 of these in that color. And then for the 6th one, I am going to paint it white. So I'm going to take these Dollar Tree poster stickers and I am going to paint them white with that same Waverly chalk paint. I did do 2 coats of it. One thing I will suggest is pulling up the stickers before the paint dries, because I had some issue with it looking a little chippy around the outside of the stickers. I can just easily scratch off the paint, but I would just say take off the stickers before you let them dry. So I just went through and roughed up the blocks a little bit, took some sandpaper to them, and then I did take this stencil that I got last year from Joann's, and on that 6th block I did do a little cute tree stencil on it, and then I did just go through again and rough it up with some sandpaper just to make it look a little bit more aged and worn. So you can see here I'm taking off the stickers. I did place them onto some wax paper just to make sure that they wouldn't stick, and that worked perfectly. And then I did go through and put them on each of my little blocks. Now the M was a little bit too big for this block, so I did have to trim it down a little bit, but in the end it looked perfectly fine. And then as you can see, I have to kind of scrape the stickers a little bit just to kind of get the excess paint off of there. So again, take the stickers off before they dry. It'll save you a lot of trouble. And then after I'm done doing this, I am going to go through and give it a little bit more of a sand. This worked perfectly. The stickers stayed right in place. So I mostly just wanted to get the excess paint off the stickers, but then it ended up distressing the stickers, which I thought looked awesome. So I'm going ahead and seal it with some Mod Podge to make sure that my stickers stay on the little blocks. And I also Mod Podged the tree block just to give it the same finish as the other blocks. Now for this next project, I'm going to take my Waverly chalk paint in ink and white, and I'm going to take these Jenga blocks that you can get from the Dollar Tree. I guess they're called tumbling tower blocks there, and I'm going to paint 3 of them white and 3 of them black. I've been seeing these little ornaments all over Pinterest, and I thought they were so dang cute that I had to make my own. And I just went through and distressed all the edges to them, like I said, just to make them a little bit more rustic. If you have watched my videos, you know that I like my decor to be rustic and distressed looking, so that is what I did there. Now I'm going to take these beads that I got from Amazon, I'll link those down below, and I just put a little bit of tape on some twine and I loop those through. I did go through, as you can see, and I drilled some holes in the Jenga blocks. I was doing it by myself, so I wasn't able to record it for you, but I did it all on my own. I'm very proud of myself, and I just looped some twine through there, tied a knot, and then I added my beads, tied a knot for the beads at the top, and then tied a little loop to use as the hanger for the ornaments. So it's pretty easy. If you can use a drill, then you can probably do this project. I attempted to draw a tree freehanding. I am not the best freehand artist out there. In fact, I'm not very good at all, but I wanted to try my hand at drawing a cute little tree. It worked out okay. It's not the best looking, but hey, you know, for me and my skills, I was pretty proud of it. If you can do it a lot better, then by all means, go ahead and draw yourself a cute little tree on one of the blocks. And then I did another tree, just a different kind of style on another block. And then for the other ones, I did use my Cricut to print out or to cut out some words. You can use stickers. I just didn't have any stickers that were small enough for these blocks. They're about 1/2 inch tall with the way that I'm going to put them on there, so none of my stickers fit. So I have a Cricut, so I just used what I had and I just cut out some words. I'm gonna go ahead and put the words on the remaining ornaments that I have, the 4 here. I just used this transfer tape. I have been getting a lot of questions about what transfer tape I use. I get this from Expressions Vinyl. You can get it in a 6-inch roll or a 12-inch roll. I have both, and I find the 6-inch roll comes in handy for little projects like this. And it's just the clear transfer tape. I personally really love it. It works awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and just stick all of my words down onto the blocks, white on the black ones, and then black on the white ornaments. I thought these turned out so cute. Like I said, I've seen little ornaments like this all over Pinterest, and I had to try it for myself. If you think about it, each ornament probably cost me less than $1, considering you get a whole pack of Jenga blocks for $1 and beads that are pretty cheap as well. So for this last project, I got this little palette sign from the Dollar Tree. I'm taking my Waverly my Waverly chalk paint in lacquer. And then I got these ornaments from Walmart. I thought these were so stinking cute and I had to do a project with them. So I'm just going to paint my entire sign palette sign in the chalk paint and lacquer. I'm going to use my heat gun in between coats because this speeds up the process so much faster than, you know, literally waiting for paint to dry. So after I'm done and that was all completed and dry, I'm taking my white chalk paint and I am distressing all the edges of it. I wanted those planks for the palette in between to really stand out and have some more dimension to them. And then for the ornaments, I'm going to go ahead and cut off the ribbon to them, and I'm going to set them up onto my palette sign, one at the top, one at the bottom. You can see what I'm doing right here. Like I said, you can probably see better than describing it. So I'm just hot gluing those down. I did leave a little bit of a gap in between each of the little ornaments. And then after I get those done, I needed to figure out a way to cover those holes, so I decided to tie some bows. So I got this ribbon from Joann's. I thought this was so cute, and I just tied 2 really small bows to put on 2 of the ornaments, and then for the other 2 ornaments I did just use some twine. I thought this turned out so cute. It's such a fun little accent piece that you can put in your tiered tray, you know, just to kind of accent some of your bigger decor pieces. I absolutely love the way that this one turned out. And that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Definitely hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed my Christmas DIYs. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps my channel to grow. And I will see you in my next videos. Bye-bye.